very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Why you look scared? Because I had one heck of a night! Oh, you bang, Clank. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, I was just... Now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Maram. The side plot, eh? Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. Oh my god, you smashed Clank, I knew it. I knew you had a glow to you. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know a little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. What? That sounds awesome. She'd just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Maram time to tell her whole story, however. Bolting up the details of your own night is just too much of a bet to bear. And I went on a date too, back at Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzer! This is wowzer. Actually, I want to say wowzer. Trying to make that part of your vocabulary, future man. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. We're besties, brah. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. Oh my god. Get out of here, chicken thighs. Jesus. I haven't said this episode yet. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. You know what? I respect that response. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? Is she crying over the horse? Well, since I'm getting Sanders, you can have the f***ing horse. You're a horse yourself. Ho! I'm calling you a whore in an indirect way. You've got some nerve, Alice, suggesting I pick up a defenseless horse. Okay. Now you're twisting my words. I won't have it. Clench your fists, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Alice, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail, winning so hard. Why do you genuinely look emotional about your nails? F*** you. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing? Complimenting her. But what about a flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Alice. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Alice. Oh god, running out on Colonel was bad. Owned by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the corridor to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, takes out the spell book and recover yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa! What's that book? It looks like bad news. A grimoire, like a book of spells? You can open the page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edge of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is dramatic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You what? Am I gonna what? You got the memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it. No, of course I'm not gonna do that. Take your friend's advice and put the book away, it's almost time for class. Why the would I do that? Before he can go any further, Maram's love drama spills over into the classroom. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirls of sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class! Oh no! Oh, I feel bad for him. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Ram and Clank appear to be arguing, but they still haven't learned to speak Clank's language to mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J and J, forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep, whir. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then loud ding stops him in his tracks. Oh my god, he's dead! Beep. The mountain of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from. Who did he f***ing kill? In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go on. Poor Clank. Well, that was uncomfortable. While you were pep talking Maram, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge! A test of will. A test of courage! A test of talent. Things I definitely have. And a chance to beat the pants of Van Van, the supposed man and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run for a quick test of a recipe. You've been working on Alice's famous chicken pot pie. Oh, chicken. Colonel loves chicken. You're practicing for months, making this dish come second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Alice, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm a big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's not too bad. I was hoping you were here, cooking something delicious. You're usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but the decision gets hard to stick to. Fess up to your practice dish, yeah. Oh, okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell the pot pie from 400 yards. Far out, man. How far is yards in miles? So I can understand. That's 365 meters. That's pretty far. That's an oddly specific distance, but you expected nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with the heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Ooh, that actually looks nice. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted! I've always loved country cooking, and it could eat this all day. All yours, bro. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin! Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. Stop having romantic music, it's cooking time. That's better, thank you. There are no rules! That is, except to cook with everything you want! You step up for a cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory! Victory at all costs! Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. I hate that weapon, she's gonna kill me with it. I'm gonna be in her next dish. Maram and her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers, she's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, copyright, fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10! With a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitated through the air. Whoa. Egg wash! Moran furiously injects ingredients into her itty bitty pot of broth. Best friend Basta Blaster! Van flexes his pectorals and chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. You, even your power move is. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. He's angry. He's going to be cooking this meal with anger. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity as we foretold. We must let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out and she's going to use some dark magic to turn the tide. You got a book of your own and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil? Of course not. Do it the hard way, that's what Colonel Sanders respects. Who needs magic when you've got passion? Oh, my passion for the Colonel is going to power me through this thing. I don't know if I'm too invested in this or not invested enough. I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees you choose to win on your own terms and he gives you a subtle wink. I believe in you, Alice. I believe in me too. Ram notices too. And I've always believed in you, Alice, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. Angus is my best friend forever, shut up. But you're cool, I guess. You turn to notice that Maram is at your station cheering you on. Maram, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Ram tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied to the ingredient was made up and... Oh crap. She put... Where'd you get an eye of newt from? The boiling pot explodes. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Summon the extra power deep within myself. I can do this! I have what it takes. I come here to win! Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as okay. Coronary energy flows through your body. I'm going Super Saiyan but with mac and cheese. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cooking. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know what? With this power you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because when you were powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked and the oven can't be served. But don't worry, dear Alice. You may have summoned some setbacks, but it's not a loss. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese. The time is almost up, and you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about your tests? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have a surprising effect that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. Oh my god. Our powers are combining. Rhymes up, students. If the time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must be prepared to present your dishes. Rank? Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? Rumrowie must have been unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure out that one later. F in the chat for Clank. That leaves only 4 remaining rodents. Resurrect your Rhino Rogex. Rested as Reno longs a rester. Wow, 3 whole days long. That's pretty long. Ram, please ref forward. Rounders, rhyme your wish. I've made tender onion noodles in a savory soup that is so small. How do you get a cup that small? Would you even be able to use the chopsticks? Look at that. How long is that? Hang on. Should I get a ruler and figure... No, there's no rulers here. My word, this is delicious. It's a really rainy Narakamari. Haha, I used the dog voice to disguise the fact that I didn't know what that means. I rye a roach in the wristy roll. Yes, chef. Please roll me wrinkles. Ref is my rara's name. The dog voice is bad. Yes, sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of the pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a bimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with such love poured into it as yours. Ram is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Ran, you're up. Now, describe your wish. I made. You need... What the hell is that? It looks dangerous.
Dangerous.
A bit much, don't you think? A red retro cheering. That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff, but he can't get his nose closer on account of all the spikes. It begins to pour at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Row, row! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr! Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he couldn't get past the needles. He reels back his tongue and poked and prodded. Rouch, my rung! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I ran read this. I keep poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. This is the last you've heard of me. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now, describe your I can't keep doing the dog voice. It sounds cancer. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup, topped with French Maragoon, whatever that is, and connected by sugar glass. Holy moly, that doesn't look like food. That actually doesn't sound too bad. I'm sorry, no more dog voice. If you want, I want to understand what's going on. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be on a display piece. Don't eat the food. Are you at cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Alice? I told you, it's display piece. Rashly, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it. And I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having to have an eating exam. How dumb are you? If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disturb the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off, to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. Maybe it is. Sprinkles, if this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. Rue refs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing? And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced.
As all things should be.
It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, you pass, you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes the mac and cheese bowl. They've all seen to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When you gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Whoa, what? Is Ashley dead or something? Like, this can't be her. She would never compliment me. Sprinkles declares that you have passed, everyone has passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could you be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment. To get their groove on. Oh yeah, Raise Wrongs in the house! Woo woo woo! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. That's nice. For a moment you actually believe them. Not another haunting. Row so loud at graduation, it's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. What, you didn't die? And now that everyone is together... It's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me as my new name, Party Monster. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. And now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Maram, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Maram's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. The portal opens and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Oh my god, he's not wearing his suit. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. This is actually advertisement, guys. What? The end? Are you serious? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. This is it, guys. This is what we've been working towards. Alice, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, I'm just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Oh my god, he's nervous. This is not right for Colonel. Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from a University of Cooking School Academy for learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. Oh man, we're gonna own all the restaurants. We're gonna become a zillion now. And once my 100 franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Alice. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help? You run your restaurants. I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forwards? Could it be you found love and connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of entrepreneur? No! I suppose I could roll in pastry school. Oh, my dear Alice, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. I don't like that ending. Well, I guess that's it. That was kind of sudden. Fuck! I didn't get the best ending, guys. I didn't master cooking. I only mastered Colonel Sanders' heart, but that wasn't enough. That sucks. Well, Too bad I'm never going to replay this game ever again. Okay, goodbye. This is the ending of the recording. Thanks for whatever.